Chapter 12. Investor Lesson Number 12. Why investing isn't risky. People say that investing is risky for three main reasons. First, they have not been trained to be investors. If you have read Cash Flow Quadrant, the sequel to Rich Dad Poor Dad, you will recall that most people go to school to be trained for the left side of the cash flow quadrant rather than for the right side. Second, most investors lack control or are out of control. As an example, my rich dad would say, there is some risk just driving a car, but driving the car with your hands off the steering wheel is really risky. He then said, when it comes to investing, most people are driving with their hands off the steering wheel. Phase 1 of this book is about taking control of yourself before investing. If you don't have a plan, a little discipline, and some determination, the other investor controls will not mean much. The rest of this book will go into the remainder of Rich Dad's 10 investor controls. Third, people say investing is risky because most people invest from the outside, rather than from the inside. Most of us know intuitively that if you want a real deal, you have to be on the inside. You often hear someone say, I have a friend in the business. It does not matter what the business is. It could be to buy a car, tickets to a play, or a new dress. We all know that on the inside is where the deals are made. The investment world is no different. As Gordon Gekko, the villainous character played by Michael Douglas in the movie Wall Street, said, if you're not on the inside, you're outside. We will review this relationship between being on the outside or inside later. What is interesting to note at this time is that people on the left side of the cash flow quadrant usually invest from the outside. In contrast, B's and I's are able to invest from the inside as well as from the outside. An important note. As this book progresses, many sacred money cows may be slaughtered. Inside investing is one of them. In the real world, there is legal inside investing and there is illegal inside investing. That is an important distinction. What makes the news is the illegal insider investing. Yet there is more legal insider investing in the real world that does not make the news, and that is the type of inside investing I am talking about. A hot tip from a taxi driver is in many ways an insider tip. The real question in insider investing is really, how close to the inside are you? Rich Dad's plan. When Rich Dad listed the 3 core financial values to be secure, comfortable, and rich, he said, it makes perfect sense to invest from the outside when you invest at the secure and the comfortable level of investing. That is why you turn your money over to a professional you hope is closer to the inside than you are. But if you want to be rich, you have to be closer to the inside than the professional to whom most people entrust their money. And that was the focus of Rich Dad's plan to be rich. That is what he did, and that was why he was so rich. To follow his plan, I needed the education and experiences found on the right side of the cash flow quadrant, not the left. To do that, I needed to invest a lot more time than the average investor, and that is what the rest of this book is really about. This book is about what it takes to move from the outside to the inside. Before you decide. I realize that many people do not want to invest that much time into the subject of investing just to get to the inside. But before you decide and before getting into more detail about Rich Dad's plan, I thought I would give you a very simplified overview of the subject of investing. I hope that after reading the next few chapters, you will have learned a few new ways to reduce your investment risk so that you can become more successful as an investor, even if you do not want to be an inside investor. As I said earlier, investing is a very personal subject, and I completely respect that reality. I know that many people do not want to commit the time to the subject of investing the way Rich Dad and I did. Before going into Rich Dad's educational plan to teach me to be an investor at the rich level, I offer you a simple overview of Rich Dad's investment plan in the next few chapters. Mental Attitude Quiz. The business of investing has many parallels to the business of professional sports. For example, let's use the game of professional football. At Super Bowl time, millions of football fans watch the game. On the field are the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, the vendors, the sports commentators, and the fans at home watching the event on TV. Today, for many investors, the world of investing looks like a professional football game. You have the same cast of characters. You have the TV commentators describing the play-by-play battle of the blue-chip giants on the field. There are the adoring fans purchasing shares instead of tickets, cheering for their favorite team. You also have the cheerleaders, telling you why the stock price is going up. Or, if the market goes down, they want to keep cheering you up with new hope that the price will soon rise. There are the bookmakers, called stockbrokers, who give you stock quotes over the phone and record your bets. Instead of reading the sports page, you read the financial pages. Financial ticket scalpers don't sell overpriced tickets to latecomers. They sell overpriced financial tip sheets to people who want to get closer to the inside game. Then there are the hot dog vendors, who also dispense antacid pills, as well as the people who sweep up the mess after the trading day is over. And of course, we have the viewers at home. What most people do not see in both arenas of the sports world and the investment world is what is going on behind the scenes. And that is the business behind both games. Oh, you may see the owner of the team occasionally, just as you may see a CEO or the president of the company, but the figurehead is not really the business. So as Rich Dad said, the business behind the business is the real game. It's the business behind the business that makes money regardless of who wins the game or which way the market goes up or down. It's the business that sells the tickets to the game. It does not buy the tickets. That is the investment game Rich Dad taught me that creates the richest people in the world. So the mental attitude questions are, 1. Are you willing to start taking control over yourself? Yes or no? 2. Based on what you know so far, are you willing to invest the time to gain the education and experience to become a successful investor as an insider? Yes or no? Don't rush, take your time for your decision. For Rich Dad Poor Dad audiobook, click on top right corner. Thank you for giving your valuable time for this video. We hope you learned something new today. Stay tuned for our next videos. Hey, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video to your friends. And turn on bell notification for our updates.